Hello. Welcome to Roland's Reviews. I told you that I would be on today, and we are going to discuss this topic. Several of you were talking about it in the live that I did on Friday, and I told you, don't worry, it is coming. And we know Candace is doing something that needed to be done. We used to have, those of us Generation Xers, we're used to investigative reporting where people dig and dig and dig until they find the truth of a matter and then they share it. Now, let's see. I'm going to start roll call. If you're familiar with this topic already, type it in the comment section. And as usual, as always, if you don't mind, please hit that little thumb. That is the like button. That will help us to share it in the YouTube universe and hopefully bring some more people into the conversation. All right, you know what time it is now. It is roll call time. All of you are the all-stars. I'm just here trying to share some information with you. All right, here we go. Roll call. DJ Basco, how are you? Cha-Cha, Richard, Quimby, Jermaine, how are you? Alley Cat, Monique, Rhonda, Baldwin Birds, Isaiah, Darnell, Dorian, Leon. Thank you so much, Leon. I'm glad you love the show. I'm glad that it is informative for you and whoever that you choose to share it with. Again, I would not come on here and tell lies. I like to come on here and keep people informed. Now, let's look at, and Alley Cat, welcome back. Let me send you some cat emojis because you told me that you were in YT Hades yesterday, but we're glad you're back, and we did miss you. And so, hey, I just sent you some cat emojis. So glad you're back. Now, those of you who I spoke with yesterday, let me know if your power is back on. We did send up some prayers because several of our subscribers were without power due to the weather event, the hurricane. Now, look at the title, folks. Black Democrats panic over Candace Owens exposing Kamala Harris's family history. Now, why would you panic if someone is sharing the truth? What's the problem? Oh, that's right. Democrats don't believe in truth. All they believe in is lies and innuendo. Now, Alley Cat said, thank you. Okay. Yeah, they had you in exile. All right, you're back now. Dorian, I forgot that Roland identifies herself as a cat. Meow. Yeah, I'm a cat. Meow. I'll send you some cat hearts in the comment section, okay? Crystal, how are you? Everyone who's here, if you have Truth Social, Facebook, Instagram, please share this out. Let's trigger the YouTube logarithm. How you doing, Laurie? Chubbs, how are you? Chubbs, your power's back on. Yes. Thank God. Fridge, the problem. My host is much better than any Candace. Oh, Fridge, thank you. I'm trying. She has the money and the fame and popularity. I'm just a little old YouTuber, but I do try to share the truth with you as I learn it myself. Now, if you're familiar with this topic, please go ahead, type it in the comment section and let me know what your thoughts, what your concerns are. How you doing, D? Candace, again, I admire her. She did. Now, again, those of you who are as old as I am, Generation Xers, that's what media used to be before this crap that we have now. No. That's not how it used to be. You guys remember Walter Cronkite? How you doing, Mutada? Chickwindu? Yes, I'm familiar with. Yes, okay, perfect. So this is how it used to be. They would do research and then they would come and share it on the news with the general public. Now everything is lies. How are you, Tina? So I have some videos to share with you. Now, you know I love Pink Book Lessons. So I have one of her videos because she clips it. She puts everything together. And with her thought process, she sounds like us. So love that channel. I did share the link down in the description box below my video. Make sure you check out Pink Book Lessons, because oh my gosh, she calls it as she sees it, and I love it. And if you look at the medium that is YouTube and other forms of social media, thank God we're in this country and we're able to get the truth out, because again, there's so many lies that the lamestream media shares to keep Americans in the dark. So thank God we're able to share the truth with you. And again, I just wanted to let me see where we're going to start. Yeah, I want to know how you feel. And then I'm going to also share this Democratic shield, this operative, and his nonsensical doggerel that he's talking about. All right, let me see. So again, we're going to the Pink Book Lessons, because she clips it and she puts it all together. She does an excellent job. All right, here we go. Can everyone see me? All right, I hope you can see that. So let's watch this. And for those that don't know, Chubbs, I'm glad I have you as well, love. Candace Owens, she did, those of you just coming in, hit that like button. She did this research, and oh my God, why? If this was information about Trump, it would be all over the New York Times. It would be on CNN, MSNBC. It would be everywhere. They are not talking about it. That should tell you, that should give you a clue. Let's see what she has to say. And I'll try to keep up with your comments in the comment section as well.
Y'all, they don't call Kamala Harris out here posing with this fake grandma and hiding this one. Listen, you have to watch this whole video today. We're going to get into it, but first, take a second to make sure you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for all updates. The Kamala Harris defense team is really quiet right now, acting like they didn't see the 4-piece special, exposing the lies of their curry queen. After all these folks came for Janet Jackson, remember first, it was this lady right here who popped it all off. The reporter at The Guardian, she really tried to come for Janet Jackson and the Jackson family. Yeah, trying to make Janet Jackson look like she was crazy in that little article she wrote, that hit piece. She's super diabolical, releasing that crap a week after Tito Jackson died. This lady right here. And then D.L. Hughley and Roland Martin, both of them together jumped Janet Jackson in defense of Kamala the cosplaying chameleon. But it was this reporter right here who instigated the whole situation. D.L. Hughley and Roland Martin protecting this Indian woman while jumping a black woman, Janet Jackson. The only black woman on the screen right now. I already said what I had to say about DL, out of order, and Roland Martin need to go finish looking at all those men on his computer and leave Janet Jackson alone.
We all remember that. I did a whole video on him on streaming live and looking at male buttocks, black male buttocks.
Well, after trying to make Janet look like she was crazy and didn't know what she was talking about, they caught the attention of one person. And let's just say no one was ready for this rabbit hole she went down.
And by the way, I'm going to say this and people can be offended, but the first thing that I thought when I saw the photo of her sitting on her great grandmother's lap was that this doesn't look like a grandparent affection going on here. Like, this woman looks like she could be working for the family. Quite literally, I thought to myself, this woman looks like she could be the help. And I thought that because there's a lack of affection there. Do you know what I mean? That there's no, like, in both of the photos, there's a lack of affection. It's just like a woman standing next to her. And I obviously know that that was a circumstance. When you're talking about a family that had a ton of plantations, which is the reality. She descends from Irish slavers. That is a fact that Kamala Harris cannot deny. She descends from wealthy Irish slavers who virtually did own the town. They named the town. It was Hamilton Town, then it was Brownstown in Jamaica. He had over 1,000 slaves, okay? It would follow that there would be help around the house. And I'm just going to put here as a question mark, not as a fact. If they're looking at some of these photos of people who became like family and they're trying to pass them off like relatives, again, not a fact, a huge question mark, but my instinct tells me that that person is actually not her family member. And if it is, well, Kamala's got some explaining to do. How did she meet Grandma Beryl almost 20 years after Grandma Beryl died.
I hope you all are listening to these facts, right? Because she is all right. Listen carefully, folks. Class is in session.
Coming for Janet Jackson's neck resulted in Candace Owens digging through Kamala's Jamaican part of the family to see if Janet was right. There's no argument about her mom's side. Everybody's in agreement that her mother is Indian. The part that was always sketchy was the Jamaican side. It was just weird that all these folks were so adamant about calling Janet Jackson's comments misinformation, but none of them actually did any research at all to verify Janet's claims. They just always went along with Kamala's dad, Donald J. Harris, was Jamaican, so that meant he was black. When anyone with sense knows Jamaica is a country, a nationality, not a race. I've had some Jamaicans in here laughing in the comments because they also testified that there are white Jamaicans, Chinese, Indian Jamaicans. They're all there too. Everyone on the island is not of African descent. The biggest lie that was exposed is Kamala the cosplaying chameleon showing a picture in her book of a lady named Beryl. She said that was her grandmother Beryl.
Come on, people. We know this has been photoshopped, okay? Again, this woman had been dead for years. So they just did some photoshopping. We know if you have certain software, it's not that difficult to do, people, okay? As they're trying to promote her and sell her as a Black American woman, okay?
Yeah, Kamala's grandmother is supposedly a woman named Beryl Finnegan. Someone her father didn't talk about much. This picture just popped up when Kamala was running for president the first time. You know, when she tried to cosplay as a Black American woman all of a sudden. After years of running as an Indian American woman, she was desperately trying to blacken up her whole story. She went from propping up her Indian family to all of a sudden always talking about Howard and AKAs. Kamala the cosplay chameleon erased everything else, like her Canadian background, that most Americans didn't know about until a couple of months ago. Yeah, we're talking about the lady that's been in the White House for nearly 4 years. No one knew about her Canadian background. Her Indian mother raised her in Canada with her Indian family members. She went to middle school up there, high school, and started college there. Most of her friends were non-Black women. Even now, Kamala's closest friends are white women. And listen, the woman isn't Black American in any way, lineage, race, or culture. The only Black in her was a Black man named Willie Brown. We're talking about the married man.
Now, you know that is hilarious.
And that was a politician out in California. She was his mistress. And he used his political power to get her into office in San Francisco before they pushed her to be the AG of the state. But hey, if she wanted to be the president of the United States as a Democrat, she had to get real Black support. And her days of sleeping with Willie Brown and going to these Hollywood parties were over when she married Doug Emhoff, a man who cheated on his ex-wife and allegedly was out here getting women pregnant as a married man. Very interesting, by the way. But yeah.
Folks, if you're new to the channel, I've already done a video and covered that where he impregnated the babysitter, or the nanny, whatever you call it, same thing, whoever was taking care of the children.
Kamala had no real ties to Black America, so she had to make up some and do it really quick. Now, how did she do that? Well, she took this picture of a Black Jamaican woman and called her Grandma Beryl. This picture was taken in Jamaica around the 80s or 90s. The only problem is Beryl Finnegan, she died in 1960. 4 years.
Did everyone hear that? Please, I hope you're paying attention. This woman died in 1960. All right, let me see who was listening. What year was this picture supposedly taken? Okay, so, yeah, continue listening.
Years before Kamala was even born. Based on all the official records, Beryl died in 1960. Kamala was born in California in 1964. So how could she be standing next to a woman in the 80s or 90s that died 20 to 30 years prior?
As speculated, we were able to confirm that Kamala's Black grandmother that she showed us in that picture died in 1960, before Kamala was born. I can show you right now her death certificate. Let's take a look at Beryl's death certificate, which confirms As you can see there, it says that she died in July of 1960. It also tells us on the right-hand side, you guys will probably have to zoom in on this, but she died of a uterine infection, uterine fibroids due to a hysterectomy. It has her listed as 39 years. That's actually a couple of years off from 1917, so somebody may have gotten their math wrong here. But you once again see that it lists her birthplace as St. Anne. And so this is a huge scandal. Just an absolutely huge scandal. Kamala Harris published in her book that she was standing next to her Grandma Beryl. But Grandma Beryl died in 1960, 4 years before Kamala Harris was born. So who the hell is the real Beryl? Who is that woman standing next to Kamala Harris?
And on his paternal side, as I mentioned previously here on the channel, he was a descendant of a very well-known slave owner and politician, Hamilton Brown. Hamilton came from Ireland to buy land and slaves. He had over 1,100 of them and was paid millions of dollars in reparations after slavery was abolished in Jamaica. Side note, that explains a lot because Kamala Harris, remember she said she wouldn't do anything specifically for Black people?
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people.
She's not going to do anything to benefit any Americans of any nationality. I'll continue.
No.
But on her dad's side of the family, she's got slave masters on his mother's side and his father's side. This is why for years, Donald J. Harris didn't claim to be Black at all. He told people he was Irish and Indian. But when his daughter Kamala, the cosplaying chameleon, needed to conjure up some Blackness and find ways to relate to Black Americans, she put up a picture of this woman right here who wasn't her grandmother at all. She straight up lied. How? Because there's no way you could be standing next to a deceased woman 20 to 30 years after her death. They had all of these white people in their family in Jamaica, but didn't show any of them, including her grandmother here, a white woman who was married to her granddad.
That's discrimination. Why are they discriminating against her white relatives? We know why.
Eventually, after her granddad died, this woman, her other white grandmother, moved to South Florida, where she remarried in the 90s. This grandmother died around the time Kamala was running for president in 2019, and you can definitely see some similarities in the two. In the eyes, nose, mouth, hairline, the pattern of her hair growth, but this woman's photo was never shown in the book that Kamala released. I wonder why.
And here you have it born in Elizabeth. Saint Elizabeth is, here she is. This is this woman, Vioris Cambridge, born to Vivian Cambridge and Adina Wright on October 7th, 1927 in St. Elizabeth, Jamaica. What the hell is going on? Who is this woman? Why hasn't this been mentioned? Why does it feel like this profile was being very hidden? And again, as Donald was jumping in to his family background and speaking about how Jamaican it was, why didn't he mention this? Why didn't he mention this woman, his white relatives? It might be relevant when we're having a discussion about Kamala's race to mention the fact that your dad married a white woman. I'm just saying, here's another picture of her. And there's something familiar about her smile. There's something familiar. I'm looking at this woman, I'm going, this woman looks to me like Kamala Harris. Now, something even weirder, the person who did create something for her online, okay, who created a profile for her on Ancestry.com, look what he put in the middle of her name. He lists her name as Vioris Anita Iris Cambridge. Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. So we looked into this briefly. And again, all of this has transpired within the last 4 hours. So we are not as organized about this, or we are not as certain about this, but it looks like the person who made this entry was a member of her extended family. It looks like she got remarried in 1994 in America and that's where she picks up the name McPherson. And that individual put Iris in quotation marks. Is it possible that Donald J. Harris, when he's fondly remembering Miss Iris, could be speaking about this woman. Yeah, it's possible. Everything's a possibility. Like I said, he's very scant on the details here. What we do know is that he declined to mention this woman.
Yep.
He declined to mention someone that his father married who was completely white. And as I said, I wouldn't have an issue with this if people were forthcoming and spoke about this. The press, as you're out there referring to Janet Jackson as crazy, right, for suggesting, what did Janet Jackson say? She said that she heard that Kamala's father, Donald J. Harris, was Irish. Can somebody pull up that picture of yours again? She heard that his family was Irish. I think Vioris, maybe Vioris Cambridge, might be Irish. Was she so crazy to mention that, press? Would it be so crazy if you guys did your actual job and looked into these things as opposed to constantly trying to obscure things to protect your preferred candidates because you believe she should just be handed this? Now the question is it possible that the woman that we're looking at right there is Kamala's grandmother? Is it possible, based on the records that we have, that Beryl and Donald never did marry? Is it possible Beryl and Oscar, never did marry? Is it possible, is it feasible that marriage never took place and they both married two different people, and that instead at some point when they decided to blackify Kamala's history, they included this Beryl as her grandmother? Is it possible?
How was Kamala standing next to Beryl as a grown woman when Beryl died 4 years before Kamala's mother gave birth to her? Like, come on, we're not stupid. Come to find out, the black woman she posted here was actually a servant and not the mother of Donald J. Harris. Now, since Kamala was caught up in these lies, people like to move the goalposts and say, why does her race matter? Well, it matters if you're running for office to make history as the first Black American female president and telling us that we need to vote for her because she's Black when she's not Black at all.
Nope.
Well, that's the problem. She's trying to fool us.
That's right.
Why didn't she just run as the first Indian president? Oh, yeah, because she was afraid she wouldn't get the Black folks on her side. I guess she figured to get Black votes, she had to act like she was us when she wasn't like us at all. You know, she could have had a plan for Black America. She could have had policies, but no, she's trying to rig it. She don't even have Black friends. Most of Kamala's real friends in real life, they're white. So Kamala, she decided she will be Rachel Dolezal Jr. And this is how she got these so-called Black men and the Black feminists crashing out left and right for an Indian and Irish woman cosplaying as a Black American woman. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Let me know what you think about this below. I want to send a big thank you to...
So I'm trying to keep up with your comments, but they're coming fast and furiously. Those of you, there are about 130 people in the chat section, about 76 likes. Please go ahead and hit that little thumb, which is the like button. And so, yeah, again, we don't care what race you are, but quit pretending to be something that you're not. Baldwin birds, it's always about race. Unbelievable. Right. And Allie, I think there's a doubt in everything about this bag. Okay. Trump is funny. Who was it? Do something. Ironic that her daddy's name is Donald J. I was hoping someone would catch that. Hilarious. You can't make this stuff up. Badgerton, how are you? Badgerton says Kamala is about as Black as a cue ball. Exactly. So stop it. Stop lying to people with this cosplaying Black woman. NJ Pat, how are you? Kamala absolutely said she was the first Indian in the past. Yeah. So depending on the environment, again, she's a chameleon. Just depends on the environment that she's in. And so the Black Democrats are panicking. And again, they haven't said anything. If a bombshell like this came out on Donald J. Trump, oh my God, the internet would crash. And they would be throwing microphones in his face nonstop, asking him to explain himself. Toy Mafia, how are you? And so, Jay Lee, the lie matters now. Can't whitewash or sugarcoat the lie. How does anyone unring the bell now that it's been rung? Exactly. Monique said crickets. Exactly. Crickets. So the Black Democrats are panicking. The Black Democrat shields are losing their minds. And so now they're trying to move the goalposts. And they're upset with Candace, and all she did was something that the Democrats know nothing about. It's called, can we say, journalism, boys and girls. That's all she did. How you doing, Pure Bud? This is why they dropped the Diddy files, because of this story. Okay, Pure Bud. Badgerton, they can't even leave January 6th alone. Yeah, and with all those Democratic operatives. We know the truth about that as well. So this is what real journalists do. The mainstream media, excuse me, they don't do investigative journalism anymore. That's something from the past. We have to rely on alternative media sources like YouTube and other, podcasts, because you can't get the truth with the mainstream media. And they tell us they're pushing her off as a Black woman, and they don't want to hear anything else. And so that's just where we are. And the mainstream media tells us, anyone who questions her ethnicity, oh my God, you're spreading misinformation, disinformation. All Janet Jackson said, she made one little statement. Oh, I heard that she wasn't Black. Oh my God, they lost their stuff. And again, Janet didn't bring it up. You never hear her talking about politics. That lady goaded her into answering that question. Why would you ask her that? She's not, So yes, her dad is Jamaican, but what the mainstream media doesn't tell us is that Jamaican is not a race. So it's a nationality. And unfortunately, the mainstream media does not understand the difference. All right. So, NJ Pat, if you weren't here, I dropped a video about that. Hit the like button for me. How you doing, Kimberly? And so, all I'm saying is that Janet Jackson, if you don't know NJ Pat, someone who works for Janet Jackson sent out an apology letter apologizing. And Janet got wind of it, and she let everyone know. And then that person was fired. Of course, it's a Kamala apologist. And so that person was fired, and Janet Jackson let everyone know, I did not apologize. She has nothing to apologize for. So I'm not done, folks. Let me continue with this. I told you it was going to be lit today. Okay. All right. All right. We looked at you. So now let me share with you. I have a couple of more videos to share with you, actually. So type in the comment section, what do you think about all this gaslighting that's going on? And we've talked about it. They're going to increase, not decrease, the gaslighting. So people need to find out what's going on. All right. Let me share this with you. Okay. And I didn't do a video on this, but they're trying to pass her off as a Black woman. And she's so black. That's all we keep hearing. We know, those of us in the comment section that have been here for a while, we know she's not. But I wanted to share this with you because this is what they're trying to get Black Americans to vote for. And this is a story I shared with you, but since she's pretending to be Black, I wanted to share this with you. It's kind of short, but listen to this.
Black Lives Matters. I intend to.
She's fighting for Black Lives Matter. Listen to this crap.
Fight.
If Black Lives matter to her, why didn't I matter?
Because of truancy, California public schools lose $1.4 billion a year in funding.
I want money.
I don't agree what Kamala Harris did to my mom.
So I decided I was going to start prosecuting parents for truancy.
And I spent a majority of my time here at the hospital.
When Kamala Harris was the California Attorney General, she had me arrested and prosecuted because my handicapped daughter was sick in the hospital and had missed some days of school.
I have sickle cell anemia. Sickle cell anemia is a hereditary disease, and it is very, very painful.
In 2012, like all California parents, I received a threatening letter from Kamala Harris saying, we'll go to jail for a year if our kids even miss 10% of school days. Little did I know, there was a warrant out for my arrest. All of a sudden, the police is outside my house and they started banging on the door. They told me I was under arrest for my child missing school. I was shocked. I said, but my baby is sick. The school knows that. And they said, go talk to Kamala Harris. Place your hands behind your back.
My mom did nothing wrong. We did everything we were supposed to. I was always bringing doctor's notes, always calling the school to let them know that I was in the hospital.
But my hell was just beginning. They gave me 2 charges. I spent the next 2 years in court fighting these charges. Kamala assigned her nastiest prosecutors to my case.
My homicide prosecutors, my gang prosecutors. And they went over there and I said, when you go over there, look really mean.
All the time I had to spend going to court, I was struggling to care for my children.
We are going to make sure that you face the full force and consequences of the law.
I lost my job and couldn't pay rent, and we got evicted. I became homeless. We had to move into a motel.
And I ended up being in the hospital a lot during her trial. And in that hospital stay was when I had my stroke.
I had a stroke about 4 or 5 days ago. And right now I'm doing pretty good. My hand is doing okay, I guess.
Let's be clear, my values have not changed.
Look, I am not a political person, but I want people to know what Kamala Harris has did to me. If she do it to me, she will abuse anyone if you give her the power.
The truancy program, I got a lot of criticism too. Did you actually lock anybody up?
No, we never locked anybody up. We did prosecute some cases, but far few, only about 20.
My message to all Americans, especially Black Americans, do not trust Kamala Harris.
So again, this is who you're telling Black Americans to vote for. No, thank you. And so again, like me and other YouTubers and content creators find this information, why? And I wish I could contact that lady. You know, I'm always reaching out, trying to get people on the show. If I had her contact information, I would have her on here. Why aren't more people listening to her? Why don't we see her on the mainstream media news shows? They don't want to hear her story. Okay. And again, me being an educator, in the past, I don't have anyone now that I'm aware of, I've taught children with sickle cell anemia. It's a debilitating disease, and they missed a lot of days of school. Of course, they were allowed to make up their work, but I don't think parents should be thrown in jail. How you doing, Tijuana Border Jumper? Thank you for the super chat, love. Vengeance is mine, says the Lord. Kamala will get her. Exactly. Everything's funny, you know? And so I wanted to share that with you. I'm not done. I told you I'm on a roll today. Okay. Just wanted to share that with you. Now listen to this Democratic shield. I don't know if any of you are familiar with the Defiant Lawyer. Now, they never share facts about their baseless claims. And we know straight from the Democratic playbook, white supremacy, racism, that's what they talk about all the time. So what the Democrats always do, and I've been telling you this over a year, they always go back to their trick bag. White racism, white supremacy. So we believe that Kamala Harris, now this guy, I want you to listen to what this guy is saying. He's nuts, but listen.
Hello, everybody. I am still on vacation, but duty calls. I have got to absolutely opine on what Candace Owens is out here doing. Yes, Candace Owens has put out a video where she is doing what she does, basically trying to show that Kamala Harris is white, not an African-American like Kamala says she is. Right? So we got a lot to talk about, and I have a little bit of time to talk about it. I'm not in my regular studio, still on vacation. This is my last day. but I had to get in on this discussion. So stay with me because this is critical. I'm going to show you exactly what Candace Owens is trying to do. Stay with me.
If you're thinking of selling your home soon in North Carolina.
Okay, let me get rid of this commercial. Listen to what this Democratic shill is saying. This guy's an idiot.
Hello, everybody. I am attorney Augustus Corbett, one half of the Defiant Lawyers. And each and every week, we bring you at least one legal analysis of some trending story regarding politics, policies, personalities, or pop culture to empower you with the information you need to defy this unjust legal system and to nullify systemic racism. If that interests you, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and click the bell so you'll get notification every time we drop one of these videos. All right, as always, please go to Amazon.com, get your copy of my book, Education and Justice, if you haven't. Everything she can to carry the water of white supremacists. Let's just be
Listen carefully to what he's saying, folks.
honest about it. Now, there are three things that she's attempting to do. I watched her video last night where she is going through the genealogical record of Kamala Harris, and she's trying to debunk Kamala's claim that she is a black woman, and it is really pathetic. But as an attorney, I know exactly what she's doing. All right. And I'm going to explain to you what she's doing and how we can counter what she's doing. So first of all, she's trying to create a scandal by arguing that Kamala is really white and that she lied about being black when she, for example, lied about the identity of the woman she claims was her grandmother. So she's saying that Kamala's book is ripe with lies. I mean, it's filled with lies because Kamala has the picture of her grandmother and some other pictures in the book. And Candace is saying that she basically lied when she said that this woman, this particular woman, was her grandmother. It is a crazy argument, but that's what she's doing. She's trying to create a scandal. She's trying to say that there's this big scandal because Kamala wrote a bunch of lies in her book to cover the fact that she is really an Indian white woman. I mean, it is crazy. I mean, you can see with your own eyes that Kamala is black, but Candace is out here desperately trying to create a scandal. And the reason why she wants a scandal so bad is because Kamala is basically scandal free. She's been a prosecutor for 30 years.
Has this guy been living under a rock or what?
Right? And she's been elected over and over again. So she is desperate. The Trump team is desperate to create a scandal. So that's number one. Number two.
I have to stop this. The Trump team is not desperate for anything. She's the one who's desperate. At least he knows his ethnicity. She doesn't.
She's trying to redefine Kamala. Kamala knows who she is, and she knows she is a black woman, and she knows that her forefathers on her father's side are black people, although they're.
I hope no one is throwing up in the chat. Can you believe this guy? He has no facts. He's just spewing what he's been told. Typical Democratic plant and shield and puppet. No facts. Okay, I'll continue.
There is probably some mixture because, listen, that's the way things were during slavery. Those white men were raping those African women. I have it in my own family. Okay. For example, my great-great-grandfather, my paternal great-great-grandfather is a white man. I mean, a white man, full-blooded white man. So there is in my DNA quite a bit of European blood. quite a bit, but I'm still black. I am still an African American, because we know in this country, one drop of that black blood will make you black anyway. In other words.
Okay, so now he's quoting the KKK. You can't make this stuff up, people. What the heck is this guy talking about? Boss Chick says, where is the black hood for KKK? Do something. So black to whom? Oh, Gramps was freaky dinky. Yeah, I'll continue.
Or that's the way people will see you, right? And you do yourself a big favor if that's the way you see yourself. And so I love my blackness, although I have bona fide, I've done my DNA, I have bona fide white ancestors. So for somebody like Candace Owens or Donald Trump to say, well, Augustus just found out or just began to identify with his blackness, knowing that I've identified as a black person all my life, that's crazy.
Hey, everyone, interrupting your...
All right, let me get rid of this commercial and we'll continue.
So she and Trump and that whole GOP thing, that whole MAGA thing, they are desperately trying to redefine Kamala and make Kamala who they want Kamala to be, not who Kamala knows that she is. So first, they're trying to create a scandal. Second, they're trying to redefine Kamala.
I wish I could ask this man the question when CNN gave her the perfect opportunity. She didn't say, I'm black. She said, next question. What's his excuse for that? Exactly.
And the third thing is the most problematic. They're trying to create a distraction. They're trying to create a distraction. And as I said earlier, I'm very familiar with this. As a litigator, as an attorney, when we're going up against opposing counsel, one of the things that opposing counsel loves to do is to get everybody's attention, to get the jury's attention off some basic facts, right? If it's a civil rights case, they don't want the jury focused on the fact that our client was discriminated against. If it's a criminal case, they don't want to focus, the prosecutor doesn't want to focus on the fact that our client could not have committed this crime because he was in another state. So what do? They create distractions. And that is exactly what Candace Owens and Donald Trump and Byron Donalds and that whole side over there are desperately trying to do.
You hear what he said? So he just grouped everyone who's not voting for Kamala. He just grouped us all together, just lumped us all together. And we're the crazy people, right? Okay, that's what I thought.
Keep the focus off, really, of two people, and one in particular. The first person they don't want focus on is Donald Harris, who is Kamala Harris's father. And as you see, it is obvious that this man is a black man. It is obvious.
He's saying it's obvious he's a black man. However, he's not saying that he's a black man. So make it make sense. He never said he was a black man.
That is a brother. That's a black man. That's a black man. And if he is Kamala's father, which he is, then Kamala's black. Okay? And the second person, and most importantly, they really don't want focused on, is Donald Trump. They don't want the country focused on Trump at all. They want to focus on Kamala's race, whether she's black, whether she's white. They want to focus on anything but Donald Trump, because all the baggage that he brings to the table, as well as the people around him, like Mark Robinson, they don't want you focused on Trump and Mark Robinson and Laura Loomer and all these other people. They want you focused on whether Kamala is black, whether she is white.
Notice he's talking about, all he's talking about is the race issue. Still, if you ask him about some policies, he's still going to gaslight you because she has none. Oh, except for the unaliving of children in the womb. That's right. I'll continue.
whether her father is truly Jamaican, whether her father is the Marxist and all this other stuff, rather than focused on Donald Trump and Project 2025, the things that really matter here. They don't want us focused on those things. So what are they doing? They're doing exactly what opposing counsel does in our cases. They are trying to create distractions to take the jury's mind, and we are the jury, the American people. We are the ones who will decide who has made their case the best. And if we allow Candace Owens and others to take our focus off Donald Trump, then that increases their chance of winning, right? Because Trump's record is terrible. It is awful. Number one, he's a threat to.
Why is this guy smoking? Oh, make it make sense. This guy is totally indoctrinated and brainwashed. Make it make sense, people. Oh my God.
Our democracy. The man literally said he will be a dictator at least on day one.
He did not say that, you douche.
He told a group of Christians, if they reelect him, if they help reelect him, he will fix it where they won't have to vote again. He is a threat to democracy. He is chummy with a whole bunch of autocrats and authoritarian figures around the world. He is a threat to our democracy. He is a blatant white supremacist.
Yes, and if you weren't here yesterday, I did a video on the millions of migrants and all the thousands of murders they've committed and all the other serious crimes. So that's the threat to us. I don't know what this guy is talking about. Listen to this idiot.
We see that. We've seen it over the years, but we see that most recently when he claimed that Black people, Haitians in this case, are stealing people's pets and eating them.
Okay, folks, if you were not here, that is actually happening. Reporters are out there talking to people. They're not, that wasn't made up. So this guy, again, this idiot is like those people that believe that first assassination attempt, it was make believe. So this guy is gone. You can't make this up.
Dogs and cats. It's crazy to even say this, but it just shows you how much of a blatant white supremacist Donald Trump is. And that too, quite frankly, is a distraction.
What did I do? What do the Dems always go back to? White supremacy. Oh my God.
Because if he can get you and get us and the country, the media and everybody focused on this alleged claim that he made that Haitians are eating people's dogs and cats.
And they are.
What does that do? That takes the focus off him. It too becomes a serious distraction. So he's a threat to democracy. He is a blatant white supremacist. And I could go back at least 50, 60 years showing you how racist and how much of a white supremacist Trump is. But
he got Trump mixed up with Kamala Harris. Ask him about all the thousands of Black men she locked up so that they could provide free labor for the prison industrial complex and the Black women that she had thrown in jail when their children didn't go to school. Who's the white supremacist here, sir? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Do your own research. He's also a threat to civil rights. As African Americans, we must keep our focus on who would be a threat to civil rights, because we are still.
I'm playing this, but this is really difficult to listen to. But the mindset that he has, this garbage that he's spewing, unfortunately, again, if you don't have more than 2 brain cells, you will actually believe this crapola.
Very much enthralled in the fight for full equality. And therefore, protecting our civil rights is extremely important for us African Americans. We cannot allow him or Candace Owens or Byron Donalds, Tim Scott, all the rest of them, to cause us to take our focus off what's really important here. And what's really important here is Trump and his malfeasance and his record and the threat that he is to this nation. He wants to take us back to Jim Crow. That's precisely what he means when he says he wants to make America great again.
Woo!
When was America ever great for blacks? Now,
facts, honeybee, you just came in. I just said that. He's describing Kamala and the Democrats, not Trump and the Republicans. Stop it. How you doing, Connie? Honey, I'm trying not to throw up my lunch. Paulina, how are you? This guy, Cha-Cha said, stop it. You can't take any more. Grifter, yes. Rhonda, that's why I'm not voting for Kamala, because I did my research. Yes, Rhonda. Mike, how are you? Latinos for Donald J. Trump. Yes. Oh, my God. This guy's drinking the Kool-Aid. Badgerton, let's drop him off over there in Guyana. We have the Guyana tragedy part 2. He'll be the only one over there drinking the Kool-Aid. Oh, my God. Let me play this. Oh, my God.
never.
This is what your dishwasher looks like after 1 year. It's a colony of billions of mold and bacteria.
So he must be talking about Jim Crow, or even worse, slavery. What else? He wants to implement Project 2025.
Folks, again, he did not pin Project 2025. So you see, everything he's spewing is lies. Everything. I'm trying to keep up with your comments, but you guys are just as disgusted as I am.
And all the horrors of Project 2025. He wants to implement those things. He doesn't want us focused on Project 2025. He doesn't want us focused on his threat to civil rights. He doesn't want us focused on the fact that he's a white supremacist or a threat to our democracy.
Only white supremacist here is Kamala Harris.
He wants us talking about Kamala Harris's race. He wants us talking about everything but what's important in this race. Don't you allow him to do that. He doesn't want us focused on the fact that he is a convicted felon 34 times and still faces criminal charges.
Trumped up charges, like Trump said, literally. They weaponize the FBI or any federal agency, okay, against whomever they choose to weaponize them against. So stop it.
He doesn't want us talking about that. He doesn't want us focused on that. That's the last thing he wants us focused on. So what are they doing? Creating distractions. Creating distractions. He doesn't want us focused on the fact that he's an insurrectionist, that he literally led a bloody, deadly insurrection against this country.
Those of you who are here know that's not true. And we know Nancy Pelosi and the other Democrats were responsible for that. I'll continue.
He did everything he could to prevent the peaceful transfer of power. He created this big lie and used that lie to try to overturn, to basically commit a coup, rather than do what every American president has done since the founding of this country. Allowed a peaceful transfer of power once they were defeated in the elections. So he doesn't want us talking about the fact that he is an insurrectionist. He doesn't want us talking about any of that. He doesn't want us talking about COVID and how he mishandled that. And hundreds of thousands of people died unnecessarily. He doesn't want us talking about that. What does he want us talking about for the next 40-something days until November 5th? Kamala's race, or some fake scandal, or his attempt to redefine who that woman is. But we're not going to let him. We're not going to let him. We're going to stay laser focused on who this man is so that we can prevent that man from ever occupying 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue again. And how do we do that? Again, we stay focused. We get out to vote. We go vote. And by the way, I want you to go to a website.
All right, that's enough of him. I know you can't stomach anymore. So, but I let that play because I wanted you to hear a lot of what we talk about here on this channel. That's the mindset. Because some of you come in and you say, I don't understand, why. That mindset that he has, that's how they feel. That's how they think. And it's scary. Oh my God. Okay, Chicago Hood, how are you? The Electoral College is going to decide. Yes. So everything that you just heard him stating, Boss Chick, how are you? Exactly. He did. And if you ask him about how the illegals are destroying this country, and I don't care if you're Venezuelan, Haitian, I don't care. If you're illegal, you need to go. I just don't care at this point. If you're new here and you weren't here last night, you definitely need to check out my video that I talked about last night. Where over 13,000 illegal immigrants were convicted of murder have entered the U.S. and all the other serious crimes that they have committed. Some before they came here, some when they got here. But they don't say anything about that. So no, we're not listening to that crap. And I am going to drop that link because I did. That's a good video for you to watch. I shared lots of statistics. The statistics were released yesterday. Now, again, we know they're probably not accurate. The real true numbers are probably a lot higher. And so tell me what you think about that. And I had something on TikTok to share with you too. And then I'll let you go. I can't make this stuff up. Oh my God. Woo. All right. Okay, here we go. Let me get rid of this and get some sound going here.
You heard.
Candace is on the money.
Kamala's father,
oh my God.
Cambridge, might be Irish. Was she so crazy to mention that, press? Or would it be so crazy if you guys did your actual job and looked into these things as opposed to constantly trying to obscure things to protect your preferred candidates because you believe she should just be handed this? Now the question is it possible that the woman that we're looking at right there,
and I'm not going to share that because we've already seen that, but I just wanted to show you that it's all over. It is all over TikTok, and if you type it in, it'll pop up. Okay. And so I wanted to know what you felt. My review is Candace is telling the truth, and she just did some investigative journalism. And I haven't heard it. You haven't heard it on MSNBC, the Clinton News Network, any other. Grandma Iris, right, Louise? Anton, this is why the country is falling apart, because we have idiots like him in positions of authority. Right, Anton? Totally brainwashed, totally indoctrinated. Rose, how are you? Right, Rose? Exactly. And so a lot of people like, how, why would people vote? And, they see how bad the country is. But when you have that mindset and you are unwilling to look at things as they actually are, it doesn't matter. You ask him about the immigrant crisis, the illegal crisis. All he's going to say is, oh, it's all right. We know we need to help people. But what about Americans? And he'll sit there and look stupid. So they never share any facts for their baseless claims. And that's what the Democrats do. And so all I can say, people, we've noticed anyone who questions Kamala's race is a conspiracy theorist. You're a racist. You're believing white supremacy. That's all they throw at you. And you must believe the narrative that Harris is Black. That's what they're promoting her as. And to get Black people to vote for her, that's why they're shoving that down our throats. Okay, Fridge. Thank you, love. Do something. Said he's straight up neutered. No testosterone. No, do something. He has the same hormone I have. It starts with an E. Estrogen. Yes. Chef, where is everyone checking in from? Okay, Chicago's in the house. Yeah. Type where you're from. And so I just wanted to share that with you. Never mind that they have no proof. What did they tell those of you who are new here for the first time? All they tell Black Americans to do is shut up and vote. Don't ask any questions. Anyone who questions anything about this woman, this cosplaying Black woman, they shut you down quick. And remember the Black Democratic shills. They went after, we already talked, it went after Janet Jackson, and the lady asked her a question. It's not like she started off talking about Kamala. I'm sure she has no interest. She knows the truth. And like I said, I love Janet for not backing down. Valerie, the main theme Harris is running on is deceit. Truth bomb. She's very calculating. It's all to climb up the power ladder. And that's all it is. Isaiah said, I'm absolutely disgusted. Randall, yes, thanks for the video. Thank you. Where are we here? And so that's all I'm saying, folks. You can vote for whoever you want to vote for, but at least you need to know the truth. That's all I'm saying. And so this has upset many Black voters. And now there are many Black voters that are like, wait a minute. They said she was Black. And so the Black Democratic shills, oh my God, they're trying their best to bury this. They don't want to talk about it. How you doing, True Vine Renaissance Prayer Ministry? And that's what they're doing. Do not question Kamala's ethnicity. Okay, we all know that Kamala does not have African ancestry, and the people that think that she does are in la la land, and there's nothing we can do for them. They are too far gone. Tina, I've been watching Candace Owens for a few years, and she's always been straight up and hardworking. She's a great reporter, and I hope no one comes after her now. Yeah, what are you going to do when someone finds the truth? You're showing this woman that's your grandmother, and she was dead 4 years before you were born. The picture that you're sharing was taken in the 80s. Make it make sense. Maybe I'm slow and just don't understand. But Rachel Dolezal Jr., aka Ski Wee, Kamala Harris, no, sister girl, it's not going to work. Now, some of the Democratic shields are saying, oh, well, race isn't important. Why should her race matter? What? They were saying, we don't want to talk about this any further. What? The Democratic puppets and shills don't want to talk about race? Why? Because they don't want to know the truth. For the first time in history, the woke folks don't want to have a conversation about race. Go figure. Okay? So, this guy, soul brother number one wannabe, is crazy. He's nuts. His thinking is that the white supremacists, which he calls, he's called her that before, said that Candace Owens is a white supremacist. And so this demonstrates how silly the race conversation really is in this country. I've already told you guys that have been here for a while, we better come together as a collective to fight our one true enemy to America, the Democratic Party. So you can't believe anything that comes out of her mouth, folks. You really can't. And I'm glad this truth is coming out. Anytime something comes out with Trump, it's all over the news. Right, Allie? With her, they come up with excuses as to why it's not true, and they're after her because she's the first Black American. Now, all millions of these idiots are saying she's Black American. She's not saying it. Make it make sense. Darian, right, the Democrats, Crimea River, right. Jay Lee, we broke their code. Go figure. Yeah, the code's broken. Yeah. And they don't want to admit. And like I said, thank God we do have other sources of, getting out the truth. Because if we still just had, ABC, NBC, Fox, we have Fox, but CNN, all of we know they're all left leaning. Marie Harris went to the board and she wore a $7,000 necklace. Marie, I don't even know why she wasted that trip. It is too little, too late. Okay? Running down a dream. She can forget it. It's over. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Yes. So I don't know why all of a sudden she's trying to go out there. It's all smoke and mirrors. We know that. We have more than 2 brain cells. We know that. Photo shoot. That's all it was, Valerie. So let her continue to go to these photo shoots. People with more than 2 brain cells know it's nothing but smoke and mirrors. That's all it is. Are we sure these people aren't from outer space and the aliens made a switch? Connie, I don't know where they're from. They're nuts. Jake, I'm so much because people thinking anything. Okay, Jake, I'm not sure what you're trying to say there. Joanne, and who in the heck is impressed by an overpriced necklace? Right, Joanne? But remember, she's trying to appear to be just like us. I don't have a $7,000 necklace. Tijuana, your music knowledge is quite extensive and eclectic. Tijuana border jumper, I am a music savant. I am. Honeybee, she was there for only 16 minutes. Honeybee, she could have just stayed where she was at. Just tell her to continue to wait like she waited, 4 years? And we know the waiting is the hardest part. I'm still singing Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. I love them. Sister Blackfoot. She's like the wicked witches on the Wizard of Oz. Oh my God. Kimberly, she'd never take a DNA test. Oh my God. And even if she did, we wouldn't get the true test. They'd give us some fake test. Oh, this is Kamala's DNA test. BLM, to whom I could give Candace many strong, intelligent children. Okay. Male children. Do something. Roland, I prefer petties. Don't come around here no more. Yeah, I love that one. Anything Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, I love. You got lucky, babe, when I found you. All right, there we go. Let me get back on task. Crystal, don't you know it's a law? Kamala doesn't have to be fact checked. No, you can't. You try to fact check her. Oh my God. They hunt you down like a dog and shit. They try to cancel you. If you just ask a question. But they're the party of diversity, equity, and inclusion. Make it make sense, people. Jake, I say I'm sad because this Democratic Party, nothing about the life. Okay. Joanne, Kamala's a clone, which explains her answer to any question is, I was raised in a middle-class neighborhood with pretty lawns. That's her go-to answer for everything because she doesn't have an answer for anything else. Chelsea said her test would be full of alcohol. Oh, yeah, we need to do a breathalyzer test. Right, Allie, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So I wanted to share that with you because it's comical. Right, Louise? She was raised in Canada. Everything about her is fake. God, everything. Any of you who saw that movie, I'm Going to Get You, Sucker. Boy, I think about that every time. That was a movie from the 90s, I think. Connie Mello, they had thousands of years and suddenly world leaders are reversing all logic. Facts. And so that's all I wanted to share with you. Basically, I'll be on tomorrow. But I definitely had to review that because I am so happy. How you doing, Keith? I am so happy that people are waking up. And did you hear what he kept saying? That's what I'm like. This guy is clueless. He kept saying that Donald Trump is desperate. The desperation is on their side. Who didn't want to get, who continued to run from interviews? Who? Not Donald J. Trump. He's out. He's been president before. He doesn't have to do it another rally or another interview. She's trying to become president. Thank you so much, Louise, for the super chat, love. And so why is this idiot saying that Donald J. Trump is desperate? He's not desperate. She was the one running, and she's still running, and she's very selective, and she has to have the questions before. She can't do anything off the cuff. How you doing? Peacetime. And so that's all I'm saying. You can vote for who you want to vote for, but I'm going to share the truth with you. And again, I think I shared with you when she did finally grant the National Association of Black Journalists an interview. Then someone asked her a question. She got mad. Well, you could tell. Look at body, motions and expressions. Look at facial expressions. Look at body language, folks. That's going to tell you a lot that people aren't saying. One of my very favorite courses in college was psychology. And I still remember to this day everything that I learned. I still have psychology books on my desk at work that I still read. And I pay a lot of attention to body language. I really do. And she, you ask her a question and she acted like she was upset. And when she got ready to leave the stage, she just threw her hand up like that. Okay. So you get flustered. And then when someone asks a question you don't want to answer, you say next question, but you're trying to be the president. Who's desperate here? Why are you running? She's been instructed by Obama probably not to say anything. Those of you who are new here for the first time, she'll get on her phone. She'll have her earbuds in. So when reporters are asking her questions, she doesn't have to answer. She goes straight from the truck to the plane. You can't make this stuff up. Roland, she's a music expert, but she won't. Yes, I do, Andrew. I do. I'm not crazy about Steel Panther, but I know who they are. Like we say, fight, 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 fight. Yes. Anton, watching the media react to this Kamala race thing reminds me of how much they were protecting Obama. They did the same thing with Obama. Yeah, they did the same thing. He was actually born. I have so many questions about that now. Was he actually born in America? Anton, they told so many lies to get Barack Obama in office. Most Americans, it would make your head spin. That's all they did was lie. Peacetime. Hey, fam, she should have gone to Europe instead. Remember when they asked her why she hadn't gone to the border and she said she hadn't been to Europe either? Yeah. Still running. Right? Heard it from a friend who heard it from a friend who heard it from another. You won't give an interview. REO Speedwagon 1980. Take it on the run. Yeah. So yeah, she's got Obama's team advising her. Yes, NJ, Pat, exactly. And the song that describes her, there's so many. Come a chameleon. You come and go. You come and go. And then by Alexander O'Neill, baby, you're a fake. That whole song is about her. Andrew, I'm not crazy about Steel Panther because I love the Stones. They're all right. Connie, the truth shall set us free. Fight for freedom. Listen to Roland. She's a high school teacher and teaches the truth. Thank you, Connie. I try to share the truth. Some people just don't want to hear it. Miss Roland, can you see my comments? Someone said I was blocked. Chubbs, I can read your comments, love. You're not blocked. You're not blocked. You're fine. Okay. Tina, Trump was the first American president to refuse to be paid for being president. He had to take $1 to make it legal. Oh, yeah. No, she's living in an alternate reality. She's not living in our reality. But this is who they want us to vote for. Right. Chubb said that, Jake said, give Joe Biden ice cream and then he's sleeping. Yeah. Crystal, they said Trump started the birther movement. Crystal, that more lies. Hillary Clinton is the one who got behind that birther movement when she was running. Hillary Clinton. But no, it's Trump. He's the racist. He started it. That's the lies that they tell. No, it was Hillary Clinton. Crooked Hillary. That's who it was. All right. We've had an excellent conversation. I'm supposed to have a guest on here. Mr. Joyner said he was going to come on here tomorrow. I'll check with him later to make sure he's still coming. So make sure that you're coming tomorrow. I hope that you enjoyed this. Share this out on your various forms of social media, people. Antoine, thank you for the super chat, love. Antoine says, recently found your podcast, loving the content. Thank you so much, Antoine. I know that there are thousands of other content creators that you could be spending time with. I take it very seriously for people who spend time, take time out of their very busy schedules to come here, and that it's much appreciated. Thank you so much. Do something different. Your hair was long, but now it's short. You say I got it cut, but I don't see no hair on that floor. Baby, you're a fake, right? Do something. I wish I could play that song so everyone who doesn't know that song could say, "Oh my God, that's her." He said, "I don't see no hair up on the floor." Yes. Baby, you're a fake, baby. Oh my God, that song is her. Baldwin Birds, thank you for all the support. You're helping this channel grow. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Tamara, don't forget to smash that like button, everyone. Exactly. Isaiah said he's going to be here. Isaiah, I'll send one up. Everyone, let's flood the comment section with hearts. Isaiah is still without lights or water. Let's continue to remember our family here who is still without power and water. Joanna, there's a short TikTok parody of Whitney Houston's song, definitely Kamala inspired. It's called Girl Bye. You guys will love it. It's the opposite of I Will Always Love You. Hilarious. Joanna, I wish you could drop that link for me. I'll look that up. Where are we? One of my favorite albums. I still have that album, Do Something Different. I still have the cassette. Excuse me. I don't have the album. I have the cassette. That's a classic. All of you who are here, I'm going to let you go so you can enjoy the rest of your Saturday evening, but this has been great. And you guys are family to me, if you don't know it. And so what we're going to do is normally when I end the chat, I go straight to the comment section and I stay there and I talk as long as you're there. So I hope that all of you have enjoyed this conversation. Share this with people. You may think that they're not going to change. You never know who may change. Chubbs, do I like Kiss? Yes, I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. Yeah, yes, I like Kiss. Oh yeah. Okay. So, Rosby, yes. Tamara, much love to my fellow patriots. Don't forget to vote red all the way down. Yes, Tamara, yes. Do not vote blue, no matter who. Please, please, please. Do not vote blue. Valerie, love this chat. Thank you. Love you too, Valerie. Thank you for coming in. Crystal, I remember Alexander O'Neill was handsome back in the day. Okay, yeah, he had some good songs. And he definitely wrote that song Fake with Kamala Harris in mind. All right. Don't forget, folks, share this on your various forms of social media. Get the word out. We do not know who will change. You never know. Okay? Much love to each of you. Yes, Madison, we're trying to make America great again. Mary, Richard, peacetime, early voting. Yeah, I'm gonna do some early voting. Teddy, yes, BLM to whom I have Teddy Pendergrass cassettes. Yeah, everything. I love music. All right. And it don't hurt now. No, not now. Birth certificate. Crystal, they have it hidden. Yes. All right. Don't forget, people. Don't give up. We're going to win this fight. Okay? Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop. It'll soon be here. November's going to be here, folks. It'll be here better than before. Yesterday's gone. Yesterday's gone. Oh, I wish I could play music while we talk. Oh, big girls don't cry. Yes, DJ Lewis, exactly. Miss Rowland, as the song says, you're the one. Thank you so much. And I heard the best song ever made in the 80s, during the 80s era. It came on today. Who's gonna drive you home tonight? The Cars. I played the extended version in my classroom all the time. Oh, you know you can't go wrong thinking nothing's wrong but by Orange Juice Jones. I saw you in the rain. Okay, Suave. Yes, Allie Luther. I love it all. Eartha Kitt. Yes. I love, yes. Oh, Don't You Look Back. I love that too. All right. I'm going to let you go. I enjoyed this. I hate to go. So I hope all of you enjoyed it. I hope it's been informative. Remember, share. So we can get more people into, 3 more. Can I get 3 more likes? We'll have 200 likes, folks. Oh my God. Can I get 3 more hits? Crash that like button. We'll be at 200 likes. Unbelievable. Where are we here? 2 more likes, folks. We're at 198. Let me get 2 more before I shut this down. Now there you go again. You say you want your freedom. Well, who am I to keep you down? You know I have that on my playlist. It's only right that you should play the way you see. But listen carefully to the sound of the loneliness, like a heartbeat drives you mad. In the stillness of remembering what you had and what you lost. Yes, I'm Generation X, the best generation. No iTunes. You had to have talent. Yes. Only older Generation X can remember these jams. Yes, do something. Yes. Lori says yes, Kimberly. I wouldn't want him as my attorney because he's stupid. Orange and Slinky. Any of you who wants to go on TikTok, I'll play all my I have all my iTunes music. I'll play it. I told you, send me an email. If I can get about 10 to 15 of you to come on TikTok where we can play music, I'll do it. I'll play my whole playlist. I have Elton John, I have Teddy, I have everyone. Email me, lsibert@ymail.com. I keep telling people to do that. If you want me to go on TikTok, I can play the music on TikTok. I just can't play it on here. YouTube won't allow it. Okay? That's lsibert@ymail.com. You don't have TikTok. Do something. I can't play the music on here. YouTube will block the video, so it has to be on TikTok. Okay. I can have 40 bikers on your stream lawn in the morning. Okay. Baby boomer generation. Okay, I got some boomers in here. Suave, we did have the best generation. And again, they had talent. Well, everyone except for Milli Vanilli. Girl, you know it's true. Ooh. You know I still have that cassette. I still don't know who's singing those songs. I loved every song on that cassette. We just don't know who was singing it. Just wasn't them. All right. Luther Vandross. Yes, Lisa. Never too much, never too much, never too much. Denise Williams. Yes. Patti LaBelle. If only you knew. Shaka Khan, Aretha. I know all of them. Do something. I shared my email. So if anyone wants to go on TikTok, I can go on and play music and we could just talk. Yeah, it was good. Blame it on the rain. Yeah. Crystal, I have Rolls Royce's greatest hits. I have it all. We need you as a teacher first for now. Okay, Orange and Slinky. Well, I'm going to let you go. Phyllis Hyman, rest in peace. Yes. I can't stand this living all alone. DJ Basco, Billy Joel. How about a pair of pink sidewinders and a bright orange pair of pants? Oh, yeah. The Eagles, yes. Woo-hoo, witchy woman. That's Kamala. Journey. The wheel in the sky keeps on turning. I have the greatest hits of Journey CD in the truck. Don't know where I'll be tomorrow. Yes. I listen to country. I listen to Kenny Rogers, Dolly Parton. I love it all. Johnny Gill's good. All the good stuff. Yes, Lisa. I have it all, girl, in my Apple playlist. I still have albums, everything. All right, I'm going to let you go. So like I said, if you want me to go on those of you who have TikTok, email me and I'll go on TikTok and just play my playlist. And we could just sit there and talk about life and have a good time. The Fifth Dimension, I have them too. I love them. We want to hear you on YouTube to see you in here because, okay, Jack. Yeah, Jack, I just can't play music. TikTok will block the video. So that's why I wish I could play music on YouTube. Over 200. Yes, thank you, Stephanie Mills. Well, I never knew love like this before. All right, good. BB King. Oh, yeah, I know about BB King too. So I'm going to let you guys go. Oh, my God, 211 likes. Truth bomb. Thank you so much. You guys are wonderful. You're great. Pat Benatar, hit me with your best shot. Well, you're a real tough cookie with a long history, breaking little hearts like the one in me. That's okay. Let's see how you do it. Put up your dukes. Let's get down to it. I love Pat Benatar. Oh, my God. Woo! Bad Company. Yes, I love Bad Company. Johnny Cash. Yes, Sunshine. I like Johnny Cash. Light My Fuse. Yes. Donna Summer. DJ, I cried when she died. She passed away. I have her greatest hit CD. Yes. We need a karaoke day. Yes, we do. We really do. All right. I'm going to let you go. All right. What's that music I hear? All right. All right. Here we go. All right. LTD. Yes. Love Ballad. Yes. Be with y'all tomorrow. I'll be here tomorrow at 4:00. All right. Sounds like a good time. Yes. Love you all. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world and the 7 seas. Badgerton asked me if I'm a fan of the Eurythmics. I still have my Eurythmics album. I play the 13-minute version of Sweet Dreams in my classroom. I even had a student one day to say, Miss Secret, when is this song going to be over? And I'm like, don't ask questions. Just listen. Yes, Annie Lennox. I still have my Eurythmics albums. I know, DJ, you can't let me. I don't want you to let me go. Love you all. The devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal. He was in the bind because he was way behind. He was willing to make a deal. I love the Charlie Daniels Band. Yes. Waylon Jennings. Yes. I love it. I told you, I'm a music savant. I listen to everything. I listen to bluegrass, country, R&B, rock, classical, jazz, you name it. I listen to it. Bye, everyone. I love you all. I'm going straight to the comments. Meet me here tomorrow, 4:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll do it all over again. I'm going straight to the comment section. Laserflex. I love Annie Lennox. Yes. Would I lie to you? That was another one of their hits. Okay. And here comes the rain again. All right. So enjoy the rest of your evening. And I'll see you momentarily in the comment section.